I'm Justin.
I'm Allie.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Charney.
I'm Andrew, and we're all from San Marcos High School.
And today we're talking about graduation and the dropout rate.
Texas public schools are losing 1 out of 4 students. The statewide attrition rate was 27% for 2010 to 2011. While our high school attrition rate is below 30% for the second year in a row, the lowest rate so far. At this rate, Texas will not reach universal high school education for another quarter of a century in 2037. The racial ethnic gaps are dramatically higher than 26 years ago. The gap between the attrition rates of white students and black students has increased from 7% points to 16. The gap between the rates of white students and Hispanic students has increased from 18% points to 23. Black students and Hispanic students are about 2 times more likely to leave school without graduating with a diploma than white students. Texas schools are losing 13 students per hour. More than 3.1 million students have been lost from Texas high schools since 1986. We stand to lose as many as 2.8 million more students over the next 25 years.
A big number of Hispanics, African Americans, that drop out at a young age when they go into high school, but there's also a big number that walk across that stage. Like, there's people that put their heads in the books and there's people that don't, and the people that don't usually drop out, they go hit up in the streets.
But the main reason that most of those people are dropping out is because their families need help and they need to get jobs in order to help their families. So
I think if students stayed in sports and like extracurricular activities, then they wouldn't drop out as much, and they would have something to go to at school and stuff.
Gives them motivation for their grades, because you play football, no pass, no play.
If you're in a sport or something like that, you get that team love, that family love, because usually in sports you have to become a family to play well. And a lot of people, a lot of minorities, they really don't get that at home, because most of them don't have mom and dad. Most of them, or if they do, they're both working, and while they're at home, they're either working 2 jobs, so they don't have that love. That's why most of them drop out and get the life in the streets, because they really don't get that love that they do or that they would at home.
I don't think a sport should be your only motivation just to finish and go to college. Because you're not going to be in that sport for the rest of your life. You have an actual career that you need to get into.
But nowadays, you actually need a diploma to work somewhere.
I know, but some people decide not to want a diploma and work hard and do what you got to do in life. People just want to do what they want to do.
I mean,
but
like, if you go into the army, like, you have no other choice. If you go into the army, Marines, whatever, they actually prefer you have a diploma. In other words, they won't
to go into the military. You need
a diploma.
But some people don't care about the diploma. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you see the people in the streets within 20 years. They either end up in jail or in the graveyard.
Well, that's what they decided to do.
Okay, but they should be going for better decisions, not
but
just
you
we
see
going
some people making a living without the diploma.
Yeah, but still, some people have their diploma, and then it's not always about the diploma. It's about your personality and who you are, because you're not always going to get guaranteed to get a job with the diploma because of the person you are.
But the person with a diploma will most likely get the job better than the person without one.
Yeah.
At what age or what grade do the kids start dropping out?
Mostly in high school.
Ninth grade.
Freshman year, because they hear that reality and they're like, oh shoot.
Because they feel like in middle school they feel like, okay, it's just middle school, but then in high school they start seeing all the hard things you have to go through and all the different
Pretty
things.
much high school is the real world to people.
Yeah.
It gives them a reality check.
Yeah, we're talking about how the diploma is more for getting a job and everything, but what if people aren't going to go to high school or go to college to get a diploma and just graduate and go get a good job? What about if they want the education? It's about the education that you go to college or high school for. If it's their choice of going to high school for dropout rates and graduation, that's their choice of learning or not. It's not about getting a job. It's about getting a job, but it's more about the education and learning what you like and what you love to do.
What he's saying is some people go to high school or go to college because they like to learn more. My mom does that. After she finishes getting her bachelor's degree, she wants to go back to school because she likes to learn a lot of different things. That's why some people go, not to go and get a simple career, make a lot of money, but they want to continue to get the education. Not because if I get this, then I can go and be a billionaire here. No, just because I want to learn it and it's interesting.
But see, there's not a lot of people like that. There's a lot of dropouts out there that don't see it like that.
But I think if we can get some, not everybody's going to want to graduate. Some people are going to drop out. But if you can get kids and let them know that there are fun majors out there, there are interesting things out there to learn, some of them might stay in.
The point of graduation is because you want to learn. If you don't graduate, it's because you didn't learn.
No,
And you didn't want to.
because you didn't put the effort.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
It's all about
the
applying
whole
yourself.
worksheet and everything, the homework is because if you learned it, you would be able to do it. If you didn't do it, then you wouldn't be able to graduate. You have to advance each grade by itself, but you learn during that period. And if you see a person working at McDonald's, it's not because they want to work there. It's because it's surviving. They can't. It's no choice. You can't get out of high school and go be a CEO of a company. Right. I mean, you have to survive. Yeah. It's a job to go through life.
You gotta start from the bottom and work your way up.
Well, we've run out of time.
Remember, stay in school, graduate, and get your diploma.
Don't be a follower, be a leader in life, and you'll be all right.
And remember,
Stay connected.